The Georgia Secretary of State is doing everything he can to ensure that the election runoff on January the 5th is above board, safe, and secure. Where was he on November 3rd? Attorney General William Barr, on his way out the door, said there's no there. Not only election fraud, but with Hunter Biden. So no need to have a special counsel. And finally, you've been devastated. You've lost your job. You're about to be evicted. You don't even know where your next bag of groceries is coming from, let alone Christmas. But hey, the government's here to help. $600 on the way. Let me just say right at the jump, make sure you're a subscriber to the channel. YouTube is once again shadow banning and purging my subscription list. Every day, I'm losing people.
Are these the people that are disgruntled with what you're saying and so they're unsubscribing?
Yeah. Make sure you're a subscriber. Smack the bell. Click the word all for the theory of being notified by YouTube that I've uploaded another video. Make sure that you spread this link to your social media platforms. Get the word out because we know YouTube won't. The Georgia Secretary of State has purged 8,000 out-of-state voters from the rolls. Wow. And of course, he's very concerned about what could be going on, especially when Stacey Abrams has already promised that she's got 1.6 million votes in the can already. They got them. She delivered 1.4 million on November 3rd. And now she's claiming for a Senate runoff, she's got 1.6 million votes ready to go. They're very concerned that the Hollywood elite are talking about moving to Georgia temporarily to set up temporary status and residency to vote there. They stopped that. You're not coming here. We're not going to have that. And then these same people, this so-called feckless rhino Republican governor and Secretary of State, then with a straight face say there were no shenanigans on November 3rd. Donald Trump lost the state fair and square. That's just all there is to it. We know we had in one place a glitch with a Dominion voting machine. What are the chances that even though there were glitches in other states with Dominion voting machines, and every time we've actually had an investigation and an audit done of a Dominion voting machine, in every single case, it was proven that there were votes flipped from Trump to Biden, and Trump got them back. So why are we not impounding every Dominion voting machine and re-auditing and rechecking every single one? But of course, we're not seeing what we're seeing. And the fact checkers will race to tell us, hey, we know what you saw, but you didn't see it. We fact checked it. So now they're going to make sure that the Senate runoff is above board. This ought to be absolute crystal clear proof to you that the establishment is not about Republican versus Democrat, liberal versus conservative, left versus right. It's about right versus wrong. It's about them versus us. The ruling class, they are all in this together. I have been telling you for years, they are simply different sides of the same coin. They come on Fox News, which is actually now faux pas news. They go on CNN, PMSNBC, and they spar on camera. And as soon as that camera is off, as soon as they break for commercial, those same politicians, that same Republican, Democrat, conservative, liberal, right, wrong, left, right, in, out, up, down, they end up going out to the same bar to have a drink together. Oh, wait, can't do that in Washington, D.C. right now. They're under more draconian lockdown. So this has absolutely nothing to do with Donald Trump lost. No. the oligarch, the ruling class, the political establishment within the swamp, within Washington, they wanted Trump out, and that's just all there is to it. Now the Republicans are going to work to ensure that elections are fair and above board, because they would like to hang on to control of the Senate. That they would like to do. And not necessarily because they intend to deny Biden much of what he wants to do. No, no, that's not what it's about. They want that leverage of, they're going to go ahead and milk the cow. They want some milk too. Just take a look at the $900 billion stimulus that nobody seems to know where all this money is going, unless you want to jump through the 5,000 plus pages. But I'm going to get to that in a few minutes. No, they want back to the status quo. You take a turn being in charge, we'll take a turn. You take a turn, we'll take a turn. Because really, they're all furthering the same global agenda. Donald Trump, how dare he actually think about putting America first, nationalism, and that the president is in charge? No, nay. That's why they won't do any of the troop withdrawal. It's why we are in trouble. But hey, the Secretary of State in Georgia, he's on it. And he'll make sure that the Senate runoff, it'll be done right this time. Nope, there's no there. William Barr, Attorney General, leaving his post on Wednesday, resigning, said not only was there no election fraud, therefore there's no reason to have a special counsel. Counselor, if I may, how would you know if there's no election fraud if you didn't actually investigate anything? We have over 1,000 signed, notarized, legal affidavits. These are done under perjury, understanding that if you've lied on this, you're going to jail, you're going to prison. We impeached a president over whistleblower testimony, none of which was actually signed, notarized, legally filed. None of those people went to jail. They had no evidence. It was all hearsay. This is what we think he said in that phone conversation. And even when they started to ramp up, we're going to impeach him because he's wanting a quid pro quo from Ukraine, and the audio recordings of the telephone call were released. And everybody knew, bump. No, they're there. And Nancy Pelosi and her evil little minions, they walked through a pretend impeachment. They knew it wasn't going anywhere. And all of that, Trump supporters, listen to me, all of that was, look at the shiny object over here. And we were all focused on that impeachment and didn't realize how they were setting us up with a pandemic to crash the economy and steal an election. And there you have it. And not only that, William Barr is now telling us, hey, there's no reason to have a special counsel to look into the matter of Hunter Biden. Are you kidding me? Let me get this straight. We know that Hunter Biden banked millions of dollars in doing consulting work in industries that he had absolutely no experience in. This is a guy who was dishonorably discharged, thrown out of the military, crackhead, dealing crack at the Naval Academy. Likes to get online naked and have sex talks with underage teenage girls. This is Hunter Biden. And yet we're supposed to believe he is this incredible brain trust, and while his daddy was VP, he was selling his name and the influence, and we're not supposed to look into that and say, you know what, that's not good. You let him get away with this? You have any idea how bad things will get if this selection of Joe Biden stands, and now he's the son of the POTUS? Are you kidding me? There's no there. We excoriated a man like Brett Kavanaugh?
Because one woman named Christine Blasey Ford came forward and said I was raped by him, multiple parties.
Where were these parties?
I don't know.
Who was there?
I don't know. I wasn't familiar with the neighborhood.
Her witnesses all backed out at the end saying, we don't know what she's talking about. They couldn't find where any of these parties supposedly took place. And yet the media said all women are to be believed. She's been traumatized. That's why she has to have 2 front doors to her house. I mean, this stuff is just insane, and it's unbelievable. And we had people, literally clawing at the doors of the Supreme Court. Don't let him in! All because of this neurotic nutcase, which was launched onto us by Diane Frankenstein. Alzheimer's Diane. And yet we have a guy come forward, Tony Bobulinski, who's got hard drives, emails, receipts of payments received, and a log showing how the money was broken down and who got theirs, including the big guy, Papa Biden. And that's not credible.
On May 13, 2017, I received an email concerning allocation of equity, which says 10% held by H for the big guy. In that email, there's no question that H stands for Hunter, big guy for his father, Joe Biden, and Jim for Jim Biden. In fact, Hunter often referred to his father as the big guy or my chairman. On numerous occasions, it was made clear to me that Joe Biden's involvement was not to be mentioned in writing, but only face-to-face. In fact, I was advised by Gillier and Walker that Hunter and Jim Biden were paranoid about keeping Joe Biden's involvement secret.
Oh, well, now I can understand why Attorney General William Barr would say no need for a special counsel. Do you understand that the swamp really is deep and they do protect their own? I was saying to someone earlier today, we've always known that the government's corrupt, but at least there was a time that was, they would be discreet about it. They would hide it. Now they do it blatantly in front of us. And then when we actually see what we're seeing, we're told we're not seeing it. That we're liars. We're the problem. They don't even try to issue denials anymore, and they don't even try to explain themselves or come up with a cover story. No, none of that now. Now they're just flat out doing it and basically telling you and I, like it, lump it, stick it, but if you keep talking about it, you're going to be deplatformed, muzzled, and what's next? Prison and re-education camps? Wow. And what is it with the attorney generals under the Trump administration? First it was Jeff Sessions. Now this guy. What is it the deep state has on the attorney generals that keeps them on script? With Jeff Sessions, I'm convinced they have porn of him, committing horrendously perverted acts with barnyard animals, and he didn't want that going public. What do they got on William Barr? And we're even hearing rumors that Supreme Court justices decided not to hear the Texas lawsuit based on threats they had received. Wow. Governor Cuomo decides that Santa Claus is going to be very, very good to him this year because of his effective action during the pandemic. You can't make this stuff up. This guy is on so many levels of delusion, it ought to be considered an illegal drug. He wiped out his nursing home population in his state. Killed them. And what is the repercussion that he receives? An Emmy Award. An Emmy Award from Hollywood for being the most effective, entertaining governor. If Capitol Hill could figure out a way to bring murder charges against Donald Trump for everyone that was deemed a COVID-related death, they would be doing it right now. Andrew Cuomo, we've got dead to rights as a murderer. He gets an Emmy, and Santa's going to be really good to him this year as he's absolutely crushed and destroyed small business in his state. As other Democratic governors like Gavin Newsom are crushing and killing small business. And hey, we know you've lost your job. We know you've lost your business. We know you've lost your livelihood and you're restricted. You can't even leave your house. Hey, help is on the way. Why? Now that the status quo is back in the driver's seat and the swamp is running things again, and Mitch McConnell can now show us what he really is, he and Nancy Botox Pelosi, they have put together a $900 billion relief package that Mitch McConnell is already lining up the votes to override a Trump veto. It's 5,000 pages in length, and we've got billions of dollars going to foreign countries. We have millions of dollars going to the Kennedy Center and the Smithsonian Institute and the military and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. But of course, there's no military-industrial complex. You're just one of those YouTube conspiracists. And you need to just be appreciative. We're here to help you, so here comes your $600. Now, I am not a big fan of the whole concept of welfare. But when the government is responsible for the pain and the affliction, the crushing and destroying of business, all in the name of our health and safety, you better be cutting a check a lot bigger than $600, because in what world does $600 actually help anyone make ends meet? I'm serious about that. You know what the American people would rather have than your stimulus? Are you ready for this? Take the shackles off. Can we unmask, unmuzzle? Can you open up the country wide open? Can you fill the arenas with paying patrons again and declare an all clear and let us get back to living our lives and making a living? But it's about our health. It's about our health. If Fauci got vaccinated, oh boy. It's about our health. And they keep moving the goalpost, and this stuff will be never ending, and they will just keep dreaming up new reasons, because now we got Super Coronazilla on the way from the UK. And when we get a handle on that, there'll be something else. Because you are going to do what you're told. And we will sometimes throw you some crumbs from the table. We call that stimulus. You know, it's pretty sad when the patriarch from Duck Dynasty actually sounds really, 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 really smart when he releases through, I don't know if it was Twitter or Instagram, one thing that he has learned is that a redneck with barely a high school education could do more to help his fellow neighbor than the government can. Boom, shakalaka boom, shakalaka boom. Let this be proof to you. Stop putting your faith and your trust in the government and even the politician of your choice. Just stop. Put no confidence in the flesh. That's a scriptural admonition. Why? Because people lie. People will let you down. People are human and they fail. Put your faith and trust in the one above. He's the one who truly holds tomorrow. He knows what you have need of. Pour your need out to him. Stand in faith. Stand for what's right. And then stand back and let God be God. Hey, that's it for this little rant today. Again, thank you so much for watching. Make sure you're still subscribed. Smack the bell. Click the word all. Catch you next time.